Let, let's answer these questions. The first question is that how many types of subatomic particles are found in an atom? So we have seen subatomic particles of an atom: neutron, proton and electron. Which subatomic particles are electrically charged? So we have seen again, protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. Then third question is, which subatomic particle are present in the nucleus? Nucleus, only two nucleolus are there. Nucleons we called it as protons and neutrons. Then fourth question is that where are electrons revolving around the nucleus placed? So electrons are revolving around the nucleus with electrically negative charge. So the mass of an electron being negligible, therefore the mass of an atom is mainly due to the protons and neutrons in its nucleus. So the total number of protons and neutrons in an atom is atomic mass number. I repeat it again, atomic mass number is the total number of protons and neutrons present in an atom. So it is denoted by, that means atomic mass number is denoted by symbol capital A. The convention to denote atomic symbol, atomic number and atomic mass number are together shown as shown in the book. So let's see. Wherever the symbol is given, at the base of symbol atomic mass number is given, and at the apex of the symbol or at the top of the symbol the atomic number is given. Okay, so one example of carbon is given, carbon 6, atomic number of carbon is 6 and atomic mass number is 12. So the proton number of carbon is 6, so atomic and the mass number of carbon is 12. From this we can learn that nucleus of carbon contains 12 minus 6, that means 6 neutrons. So this is about carbon. Now one more example is given here of oxygen. So the symbol used oxygen is O. There are 8 protons and 8 neutrons in its nucleus. From this we can determine that atomic mass number and atomic number. Atomic number of carbon is 6. So here it is 8. Okay. Atomic number of sodium is 11. So atomic number of magnesium is 12. Isn't it? So atomic number and mass number of calcium are 20 and 40. Atomic number should be on base and 40. That means atomic mass number should be on top. So this is the symbolic expression of atomic number and atomic mass number. So let's see the distribution of electron in Bohr's theory. Let's see. As we have seen already, let's repeat. So as per Bohr's atomic model, electron revolve in its stable shell. Stable shell means जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन complete है, shell complete है. If the shell is complete, then it is stable. If the shell, the electrons in that shell is incomplete, then it is unstable. So as per the Bohr's atomic model, electron revolve in stable shells. These shells have a definite energy. The shell nearest to the nucleus is called as first shell. The next shell is called a second shell. A symbol n is used for the ordinal number of a shell. The shells are referred by symbols K, L, M, N. So the n number, that means the shell number, is 1, 2, 3, 4, as we have seen already. So the maximum number of electron a shell can contain obtained by the formula 2n square. That means as the magnitude of n increase, the energy of an electron and that shell increases. So let's complete this chart here. K, the first shell, which has 2 electrons. L, second shell, which has 8 electrons. Then M third shell which has 16 electron, and N last shell which has 32 electrons. M in M it is 18. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the capacity of that shells.